Hello everybody and welcome to the NNSCRA Snickers Cup Series Season 3 as we prepare for the 7th race of the season. This is Division 1. That's one of 3 divisions that are going to be here for the Snickers Cup Series since there were so many Snickers Cup Series rides. We have on the pole for this race Adam Rose in the 3 Good Wrench Chevrolet, and alongside of him Jacob Bell in the UPS Ford for the number 21 Wood Brothers entry. Leo Rogers and John Dillon make up row 2. John Dillon, of course, picked up his second career Truck Series victory of the season this past 2 races here at Infineon after winning the Division 1 race. So Dillon maybe look at it, maybe leave here with 2 wins under his belt. We'll see if that's going to be the case, but there's a lot of drivers in this field that want to win as well. We got a total of 32 drivers here in this first division. Only one of them is going to get to victory lane. Also, there's going to be a chance if they win the race of them getting into the All-Star race. We're going to probably have a pretty nice filled All-Star race because of these divisions. We're going to have at least 3 different Snickers Cup Series winners at each track, 2 different Truck Series winners, and 2 different Mobile Cup Series winners each and every weekend. As you can see, the command to fire the engines has been given. The engines have fired up. They will roll off, complete 2 pace laps, and while they do that, we will show you the starting lineup for today's race here. This is the Pepsi Max 350 version 1. Out of tricky turn 11 they come, getting ready to take the green flag. Lots of drivers in this field making their first career starts due to the fact of that top 35 rule. They weren't able to make races. One of them is that neon green car right there, rookie Max Russell. We're going to see what he can bring to the table here today. As we prepare for the green flag to come out, it is now waving for Adam Rose, and the Pepsi Max 350 version 1 is green. Boy, I'll tell you what, Adam Rose got a good jump there on that green flag start. He got ahead of Jacob Bell. Bell's going to be all by himself there in second now. And it looks like we're okay off that turn, amazingly left. Now Jacob Bell gets a pretty good run. He's going to go to the inside, and he's going to take the lead. Will that car... Whoa, John Dillon into the grass, dirt, whatever you want to call that, and he's going to lose a ton of positions. Pretty much a lot of people have probably been wondering why the car loses so many positions there. There's no grip there. Your tires are literally spinning. You get no grip whatsoever. It kills a bit of your speed. The grip is in the pavement, and that's why drivers will end up losing so many spots when they end up doing something like that. As Jacob Bell is the leader, and we are still green flag racing. This is a great battle back here for second place. 3 cars involved in it. You got Leo Rogers, you got Adam Rose, and then you've got Max Russell. Jake Berg has now emerged himself into the top 5 in that, whoa, 3 wide off turn 11. Leo Rogers gets a piece of the fence, and now he's going to have to battle for 4th with Jake Berg, but wow, they made it 3 wide there in that paperclip turn there of turn 11. Adam Rose now is going to emerge with the 2nd position. Max Russell into 3rd. Leo Rogers is now going to remain in 4th. There's Matt Berg alongside of Jake Berg. A little bit of brotherly love trying to get that 5th position as Matt in the Burger King Toyota challenges the Seal Wrap Toyota of older brother Jake. He now gives way to Jake Berg. Berg to 5th. Matt Berg back in 6th. Lisa Shears battling with Jack Nathan and John Dillon. That's for positions 8, 9, and 10. Well, actually, now it's 7, 8, and 9, as the 10th position is now being held by Jordan Hester, who's starting to close in on this battle, but now he's got his hands full with Tim Walsh and Jamie Watson. And I don't think we've heard the last of a lot of these drivers running back from about the 20th position back to 32nd. I think they may still have something for this field as well. Caution is now waving. The caution is out for the first time today, and Jacob Bell probably the sorriest to see that happen, as he has got one nice lead over the rest of the field, probably about 7-8 car lengths till you get back here to this battle for second place, which is actually going to belong to Adam Rose under the caution. Max Russell will be third. Let's see what we're under the caution for. And it looks like it could have been the third Joe Gibbs Racing entry of Vincent Marsh. Marsh, of course, our winner at Phoenix about 2 months ago, and looks like some troubles for the Camry of Vincent Marsh. Let's see what happened to the M&M's Toyota. Well, luckily this occurred near the back of the pack, so really no cars were running into each other or anything. But here's a look. Watch the '09 Thank a Teacher Today Chevrolet of Kenny McCrory. Right there, he's just going to get a little tap from Vincent Marsh, and down he comes. Jesse Kaplan gets a little piece of it as well, but for the most part, it was just a little bit of contact. It left absolutely no cosmetic damage from what I was able to see. You see Callum Wales there in the '07 and Jack Richards in the 5. Yeah, that is the 5. That's not the 24. That is Jack Richards' Drive to End Hunger Chevy right there. You can see the 5 car now. But Kaplan ended up spinning out, and Vincent Marsh, I think then, ended up having trouble coming off this turn. Yeah, right there. You see him hit the rumble strips. The car suspension kind of bounces a little, causes him to lose grip in the car, and he went into a slide. But I think he may have hit the tire barrier, but it was not really that hard. And so, really, it was a 3-car incident with absolutely no cosmetic damage to those race cars whatsoever. So, we escape here with our first caution, but with very minimal damage to all drivers involved. So we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing on lap 5 of 28. A few drivers did make some pit stops under this caution flag. One of them was Leo Rogers. He gave up position number 4. And Jack Nathan, who was running about mid-pack. Those two made pit stops. It may be interesting to see if they can stretch it a little bit further than these other drivers. But let's show you the way that they line up for this restart. Jacob Bell is the leader. Adam Rose second. Max Russell is in third. Jake Berg fourth. Matt Berg in fifth. Lisa Shears is sixth. Seventh is Jordan Hester. Eighth is John Dillon, and Tim Walsh runs 9th. Jamie Watson completes the top 10. Logan Wilson is 11th. 12th is Steve Marsh. 13th is the 13 of Robert Band. 14th is Sean Henley. 15th is Alex Filter. 16th is Christian James. 17th place is held by Ray Wilson. 18th is T.O. Bain, our winner last week at Texas. 19th place is Tim Fiegel. And 20th is Stephen Dillon. Emilio Navarre at 21st. 22nd, Tony Speed. 23rd, Bob Fergus. These are drivers that made pit stops. 24th, Callum Wales. 25th, Leo Rogers. 26th place. Oh, Callum Wales is going to come down pit road. 26th place, Jack Nathan. 27th place, Kenny McCurry. Then you got Trent Dunham, Garrett Hay, Jesse Kaplan, Vincent Marsh, and Jack Richards, the rest of the field. Callum Wales, I don't know if this is a scheduled or unscheduled pit stop for the Coca-Cola Vanilla Chevrolet from Richard Childress Racing. We will catch up with that in a moment. He may be trying to get off the pit sequence of everybody else. He may not have made a pit stop last time by, I think maybe Leo Rogers and Jack Nathan did, but maybe Callum Wales did not. So he may be working out a little strategy here. That is that is an option that's available to these drivers if they want to risk it. When the green flag comes out, they come down pit road. They're not going to go a lap down. Very unlikely that's going to happen. Whoa! Jordan Hester through the dirt, and somehow he hangs on to it. He must have gotten a little bit of a tap in the the right rear of his race car by someone, don't know who. And this raging battle for second is going to continue. Max Russell will not leave Adam Rose in that second position. And I saw Alex Filter and someone else turned around. It was a National Guard car. It could have been Henley, but it also could have been the 16 of Jack Nathan. We're going to have to catch up with that in just a moment. The caution, I'm pretty certain, will come out for that. Yes, it will. Caution is waving. And I'll tell you what, Jacob Bell, he just drives away on these restarts, does the UPS Ford. He ended up taking over that ride after Connor Breton was let go from the Wood Brothers entry. And he's undoubtedly going to lead us down to the caution flag. There's no doubt about that. So let's see who was involved in that. Yeah, there's the Callum Wales machine. He's still on the lead lap. That caution was a big break for him. And it was Sean Henley and Alex Filter. Henley and Filter were the two that got turned around. There is some rear-end damage to the 02 Virginia Tech car of... Whoa! Jesse Kaplan got turned there in turn 11 as well. But there is some damage to the rear car of Filter. Henley appears to have escaped with no damage whatsoever, and there now is a little bit of front-end damage to Jesse Kaplan. Don't know if that was from him getting turned there in turn 11 or whether that's from an earlier incident, but we are under the caution flag nonetheless, And the leader is Jacob Bell. Let's see why we're under the caution for the second time today. Now, here's a look. I think maybe Christian Janes gets into Sean Henley. They were going 3 wide into this turn. That's not going to happen. Or if it is going to happen, it's going to have drastic results. But luckily, it wasn't nearly that as bad as we could have expected it to be. Right there, Henley, Filter, they get turned around. And Filter is going to get the wall right there with, I think that was the right front of his race car. And the reason he got the rear end damage was he had to back the car up to turn it around. Oh, right there, he gets a little bit more contact from Sean Henley. Henley's trying to get going. Watch Trent Dunham here. He has to really cut that wheel to the right really hard in order to avoid the 0-2, and he's got Garrett Hay behind him. Jack Richards, I kind of like the strategy of the 5 car there. You see him kind of biding his time there at the back. He may be planning something here at the end, though, with pit strategy or something. Tony Speed, Trent Dunham, they could be doing the same thing. But let's see now what happened to Jesse Kaplan in turn 11. Okay, here's a look at what happens. I think maybe the 19 of Kaplan had to bail out a little bit to avoid running into the 14, and while he's doing that, the 5 of Jack Richards is right behind him, and Richards is going to get into the right rear of the Canada Dry Ginger Ale Chevrolet, turn him around, and that's basically it. Just a solo car spin, no other cars hit Kaplan, so Kaplan was running at the back of the pack anyway, so that really doesn't hurt him, but nonetheless, that was indeed a spin-out that occurred in turn 11. So we'll get ready to go back to green, and there are no drivers out of the race still. We've had 2 different incidents that have occurred. Well, 2 different cautions have come out. We've had a total of about 3 different incidents that have occurred under those 2 cautions. 1 in the first caution and 2 in this latest and second caution. But still, we have everybody still running on the racetrack, still running on the lead lap, in it to win it here in the Pepsi Max 350 version 1. Here's the way they will go back to the green flag. Jacob Bell as the leader. Second place, Adam Rose. Third place, Max Russell. Jake Berg, Matt Berg, that's the top 5. Still no changes there. Then you got Lisa Shears 6th, 7th, Tim Walsh, 8th, Jamie Watson, 9th, Steve Marsh, and Logan Wilson's up to 10th. 11th is John Dillon. Robert Band's up to 12th. 13th, Christian Janes. 14th, Theo Bain. 15th, Tim Fiegel. Stephen Dillon, Ray Wilson, Leo Rogers, Bob Fergus, and Jack Nathan complete the top 20. Vincent Marsh coming down pit road is the 18 car. Maybe a little bit of strategy being played out there. You never know. We got a lot of drivers that are off the pit sequence. Callum Wales is on a different pit sequence. You got Leo Rogers and Jack Nathan. They're on a different pit sequence. And now we got Vincent Marsh getting off the pit sequence as well. Green flag back out for Jacob Bell, who has led every single lap. He has been able to get away from these drivers every restart. We'll see if he can do so here. Looks like Adam Rose is going to keep with him, though. He is all over the back bumper there. Dust being kicked up further back there mid-pack. Tim Walsh getting those left tires into the dirt just a little bit, but he appears to be getting it going straight and no problems. But, yeah, we do have a battle on for the lead now. Jacob Bell is going to get challenged pretty soon, I think, from Adam Rose. Rose, of course, the pole sitter. Jacob Bell started on the outside of the front row, but was able to get around Adam Rose heading up the hill and has had the lead ever since. So where is Vincent Marsh in relation to these guys? He's just now coming off pit road. That was a rather extended stay for the 18 car. I don't know if they were waiting to get it completely packed full of fuel or if he was getting some damage repair done to that Toyota. But nonetheless, we have a total of a little bit more than 20 laps remaining in this race, so still plenty of time for Vincent Marsh to be able to hope for a caution flag and get back on the tail end of the longest line. But we are still green flag racing. Jacob Bell, Adam Rose, the front row still out in front. Max Russell, and then the Berg brothers, Jake and Matt. You know, I said that John Dillon, our Truck Series winner, was in this field. Well, our other Truck Series winner, Bob Fergus, is also in this field in the Joe Gibbs Racing entry. So we've got both of our Truck Series winners here in the version 1 and version 2 races of the Pepsi Max 250, which both occurred earlier on. Those 2 drivers are in this field, so we got to keep our eye on both of them. As Jacob Bell continues to lead, let's try and find a good battle on the racetrack here. Well, here's a pretty good battle. Steve Marsh in the 24 Pepsi paint scheme here this weekend is trying to challenge for the 6th position on Lisa Shears. trying to close in there. That battle seems to have died down. Here we go. There's a good battle. John Dillon, Christian James, Logan Wilson, Robert Band. This is a battle for position number 10, and Dillon's going to lose it. He's now going to get challenged for 11th place. Logan Wilson wants it, as John Dillon continues to kind of free fall. He started in the fourth position, but John Dillon has not yet been able to really make any good progress under the green flag. Meanwhile, his younger brother seems to be picking up some spots. Stephen Dillon driving the Abyss Dodge this weekend. That blue paint scheme on the number 12. He's all over the back bumper of last week's winner at Texas, T.O. Bain. That's a battle for, I think, the 17th spot. And it looks like some other drivers are starting to make some moves up through the field. Tony Speed has now found his way up inside the top 20. And I also saw the car of Trent Dunham. Looks like he's up in 22nd now. Caution is waving now. Whoa! Tony Speed, look out! Through the dirt, and he's going to lose a ton of spots. He just lost a spot to Leo Rogers. He loses one now to Jack Nathan. And Tony Speed, a little bit of a rookie mistake here at Infineon, but the caution is waving. Whoa, whoa, look out. That was close. Look back further through here. Everybody else appears to be okay. But what were we under the caution for? I would probably venture a guess that it was either Callum Wales or Garrett Hay, and I think maybe it may have been both of them. Don't know for certain. We're going to find out. Caution's out for the third time today. Let's see what happened. Well, we know Sooner talked about our version 2 Pepsi Max 250 winner, but he ends up being the person that brings out the third caution, talking about Bob Fergus. Watch right here, Fergus in the 11. I'm actually not particularly certain why they brought the caution out for this, but, you know, it was their choice, I guess. But right here, he slides through the corner, makes some contact with the right rear of Jack Nathan. And here's why I can't understand why we are under the caution flag. Watch this. He is slow. He is disabled at the moment. But he gets the car going and continues on and really isn't a long ways back behind the field or anything. But nonetheless, they saw that disabled race car, decided to put us under the caution flag for the third time today, and will now bring it back to the green flag. Pit stops are being made. We actually had some pit stops being made earlier, one lap earlier. Callum Wales and Garrett Hay, they were on pit roads, so they undoubtedly will stay out this time. Jacob Bell going to lead them down. Adam Rose, Max Russell. That's been the top three pretty much all day long. And then the Berg brothers, Jake and Matt, have completed the top five for most of the day. Oh, looks like some strategy being played out there. Jordan Hester, Jesse Kaplan, Alex Filter, Sean Henley, they are staying out. Also, Kenny McCurry, Vincent Marsh, and Garrett Hay. We're going to have a new top 10 when we get ready to go back to green flag racing, as Jacob Bell will pull into pit box number 2, Adam Rose into pit box number 1. As we look here at everybody else making their pit stops. Here comes Leo Rogers into pit box number 3. He has lost a lot of spots during this race. And here they come. Matt Berg trying to beat everybody out. No, it's going to be Jacob Bell, then Matt Berg, then Adam Rose, Steve Marsh, and then Jamie Watson will be the 5th one off pit road. Look at him, 3 wide off pit road there. Everybody getting 4 tires and fuel, and maybe some minor adjustments to the track bar and wedge. Let's prepare to go back to green flag racing, as I think our new leader is going to be the 9 of Jordan Hester. So, back to green flag racing on lap 13 of 28. Jordan Hester leads the way. And we still have all 32 cars on the lead lap on the racetrack. Hester leads. Jesse Kaplan, who has had 2 different things happen to him today, he's up there in 2nd place now. Alex Filter is 3rd. Sean Henley 4th. Kenny McCurry is 5th. 6th is Vincent Marsh. 7th is Garrett Hay. Those guys decided not to pit. 8th place is Jacob Bell. 9th place Matt Berg. 10th is Adam Rose. 11th Steve Marsh. 12th Jamie Watson. 13th Max Russell. 14th Tim Walsh. 15th is Jake Berg. And then the rest of the top 20 are Logan Wilson, Robert Band, Emilio Navarrete, Christian James, and John Dillon. And Jesse Kaplan gives up the second position now to make a pit stop. He's off the pit sequence, and so the 19 car coming down pit road now after staying out one lap. He may have been thinking he could get some bonus points to lead a lap or something, but Jordan Hester had the same thoughts. Now remember, Hester, Filter, Henley, Kenny McCurry, Vincent Marsh, Garrett Hay, those top 7, or top 6, have older tires than Jacob Bell, Matt Berg, and Adam Rose. We'll see how that's going to play out here. Look at him shuffling already there. Sean Henley, Alex Filter side by side, Kenny McCurry, and Vincent Marsh side by side. Up through this first turn we go, and there goes the guy who's been leading all day long, Jacob Bell, getting turned around. Does that bring out the caution flag, though? He spun, and nobody hit him. That may not bring out a caution. We'll see here when they hit this turn if the yellow lights are on. No, they are not. The yellow lights are not displayed. Jordan Hester continues to lead. That is a heartbreak right there for Jacob Bell. He has lost a ton of positions as the driver who has led pretty much this whole entire race so far. And oh my goodness, what a way for this race to turn out, and we're not even yet to halfway point. But Jacob Bell, that's a tough break for him. Luckily, he was able to get back and not lose the field. He can try and catch up to Trent Dunham, Jack Richards, and others and try and make passes for position, but that is just a tough break there. Here comes some cars down pit road. Jack Richards, Bob Burgess off the pit sequence, trying to work a little bit of pit strategy here. As Jordan Hester continues to lead, Alex Filter is now second, Kenny McCurry third, then it's Vincent Marsh fourth, and Sean Henley is now in the top 5. We got a few Hendrick cars actually up here doing very well at this stage of the race. Henley there in 5th, Steve Marsh running very well in 6th, and then a car that comes out of the Hendrick stables, the 10 of Max Russell running in 9th place. There's Robert Ban. He just got by Jake Berg. That's for 10th place. Robert Ban in the Geico Ford. See if maybe he can make some noise here late in this event. Let's look further back here at some other drivers that were up front for a while but now have slid back into traffic. One of them is Matt Berg. He's now listed in the 17th position. Whoa! Ray Wilson up ahead into the dirt. That'll help Matt Berg pick up a spot. I think I saw Jamie Watson get through the dirt as well. Here's Tim Walsh. He's a good contender right now for the Rookie of the Season. And we haven't heard much of him today in that 5-Hour Energy Toyota. As up ahead, look out! They were 3 wide and somehow kept it together. Tim Fiegel, Matt Berg, and Ray Wilson. But Tim Walsh, I don't know if we've heard the last of him today or not. Don't really know what his racing style is here at a road course. Don't know if he prefers road courses or if they're kind of like his Mulligan track, but right now he's battling for 18th with Jamie Watson. Garrett Hay all over Sean Henley here. This is a battle for 6th place as Henley just lost 5th to Steve Marsh, his teammate. And we're seeing these fresher tires start to play out here. There's Robert Ban. He took position number 10 from Jake Berg, now looking for position number 9 from Adam Rose. Robert Ban picking up some good spots here. Remember, Robert Ban, he has a little bit of Infineon history here. Season 1 Mobile One Cup Series, he and Anthony McCurry battled it down to the stripe, and it was Anthony McCurry by mere inches beating Robert Ban. So Robert, I'm sure that that's been in the back of his mind his whole career whenever he comes here to Infineon. And so without a doubt, Robert Ban continues to try and show that he can win at Infineon. And he's got a pretty stellar piece here in that Germain Racing Ford. We'll see if he can pick up some more spots, as now Sean Henley seems to be the guy who's losing spots each and every lap. He's lost 5th place to Steve Marsh's teammate. He now loses 6th to Garrett Hay, and now he's under fire from Max Russell for position number 7. Speaking of Steve Marsh, he has picked up spots. He took the spot from Sean Henley, has now taken 4th place from Alex Filter, and he's starting to try and close in on Vincent Marsh. That would be for position number 3. It'd be a battle between father and son. And I think I heard somebody spin. That could put us under the caution. Who was it that spun is the question, but are we under the caution flag? And the answer to that is yes. We are under the caution as the red flag is displayed on pit road, meaning pit road is closed. And I would hate to venture a guess of who it was that wrecked, but I'm wondering if it possibly was Adam Rose. Let's take a look and see if we can find out who it was. No, it wasn't. It was, I think, Robert Band. We were just talking about him. And then Tony Speed and Jamie Watson just made some contact off turn 11. No, it wasn't Robert Band. It was Adam Rose and Max Russell. Two guys who have been running up at the front almost all day long are involved here. Boy, Infineon is just completely full of surprises. And the leader is Jordan Hester. Let's see what happened. This was Max Russell battling for position number 7 with Sean Henley. And right there may have been some contact between Robert Band and Adam Rose. And Rose slides into Max Russell. Oh, and right there, Rose gets turned by Robert Band. And Max Russell, he's trying to hold on to his race car. And oh! Hard hit for both Russell and for Adam Rose, and Robert Band backs his car into that concrete barrier there. That's quite a few top contenders. All three of those drivers are running inside the top 10. Russell and Rose, their day is done. Robert Band's going to have a damaged race car now in the Geico Ford, and that's just a tough break. 3 drivers who are running inside the top 10 find themselves in trouble here late in the stages of the Pepsi Max 350 version 1. So we'll get ready to go back to green. You can see Tim Fiegel giving up 3rd place to come down pit road. We ended up having pit stops, and a few drivers stayed out, and they are currently out in front. Steve Marsh leads. Emilio Navarre at 2nd. Callum Wales 3rd. Trent Dunham 4th. Lisa Shears is now 5th. Robert Band, after spinning out, he still is in 6th place. Bob Fergus 7th. Jordan Hester 8th. 9th is Jake Berg, and Vincent Marsh completes the top 10. Tim Fiegel making a pit stop there. We still have about 10 laps to go, so maybe not some bad strategy there. Steve Marsh, though, he's going to get ready to come down and get the green flag. And it is now waving for the Pepsi Chevy Impala from Hendrick Motorsports. We see Emilio Navarre up here and Callum Wales, Trent Dunham. We haven't talked about them hardly at all today, and they now find themselves inside the top 5 due to all this pit strategy that's been going on and this very bizarre pit sequence that all these different drivers seem to be on, different agendas as far as fuel is concerned. Whoa! Emilio Navarre got a little bit of the rumble strips there, lost a bit of grip, and that's going to allow Callum Wales to the inside to try and take that 2nd position. Tell you what, Robert Band, I'm not exactly sure how he's still up here in the top 10 after spinning out there. He did end up making a pit stop 1 lap earlier than everybody else, so that ended up helping him to pick up spots when all the leaders came into pit, but that car is slightly damaged after hitting the concrete barrier with the rear end of his race car. So, don't know what the whole deal is there, but Callum Wales giving up position number 2 to come down pit road, as Steve Marsh will now lead over Emilio Navarre, who now moves into 2nd due to Callum Wales coming down pit road. There's a car up ahead of Steve Marsh. Who is that? That's Jack Nathan. If you're just joining us, we have had 2 drivers retire from the race, Max Russell, Adam Rose. We've been under the caution flag for a total of 4 times. Jack Nathan's running on the tail end of the lead lap in 30th place. So we have a total of 30 of the 32 starters still on the lead lap. The only 2 that are not are Adam Rose and Max Russell, who have retired from the race in 31st and 32nd. Steve Marsh is our current leader over Emilio Navarre and Trent Dunham. And we have had a number of different agendas as far as pit sequences go. And just the question everybody's asking now is, how is it going to play out into the finish of this race? We don't really know. But I'm certainly looking forward to seeing who's got what it takes to be able to save that little drop of fuel to get around to the end. And it looks like Steve Marsh may be indicating he's coming down pit road. He is. Marsh comes down pit road. Navarre, Dunham, They're all coming down pit road, but the guys who pitted last time, Jordan Hesder, Vincent Marsh, Sean Henley, Jake Berg, they are staying out. So Steve Marsh, that may have been a little bit of a mistake, don't know. Caution could easily come out and switch this field around again, but Jordan Hesder leads in the number 9. It would be rather ironic if the 9 went to victory lane due to the fact that in 2011, it was at Infineon that Marcus Ambrose almost won that race in the Toyota Save Mart 350, but he's got some company behind him. Well, he did. Vincent Marsh, bounces off Sean Henley, who now moves into second. Jake Berg now going to challenge his teammate Vincent Marsh for third. Garrett Hay, Alex Filter battling back there. That's for position number 5. As Jordan Hester continues to lead. However, we do have about 8 laps remaining in this race, so that does not mean that Jordan Hester is going to be able to make it all the way on fuel. His laps, however, have knocked off just a little bit. He ran a 98.236 last time by, so he may be in fuel conservation mode. That is a possibility. It looks like nobody coming down pit road now. But we're going to see what's going to happen here as the Quickset Ford continues to lead the way here at Infineon. Henley is now second. Third place belongs to Vincent Marsh. Jake Berg is now fourth, and I think fifth place has now been taken by John Dillon. That is indeed the case. Meanwhile, Hester continues to lead. Henley, though, it looks like he is starting to close the gap up. That time, Jordan Hester, I think, started to feel the pressure of knowing the 25 was coming. Stepped it up a little bit. He now was running a little bit over 100 miles per hour for that lap. And Vincent Marsh, that car is really, really loose. They must have made some adjustment to that car, and it has made him really loose, because I have seen him sliding around on these corners quite a bit. As now he relinquishes position number 3 to his teammate, Jake Berg. John Dillon, he's coming up here in the 5th position. And take a look at this. There's last week's winner, T.O. Bain. Up now, I believe that is in position number 9. T.O. running very well here. Trying to look for his second straight top 10. Meanwhile, though, we continue to race as Jordan Hester leads. Bob Fergus is on pit road. And he appears to be having an extended stay on pit road. He's actually fallen a lap down. So a tough break for a driver who picked up his first Truck Series win here at Infineon a few days ago. Sean Henley, boy, is he closing in on Jordan Hester, or is he closing in? He is definitely closed the gap up to now about 3-4 car lengths off the back bumper of that Ford. And you have to wonder, with that being said, if he's in fuel conservation mode or if he's just trying to get by Jordan Hester. I have noticed that Jordan Hester, the last 3 laps, his lap times have gotten faster. It was a 98-something the first time, then a 100.028 the second lap, and now it's a 100.416. So it is gradually going up as he seems to be feeling the pressure from the National Guard Chevrolet of Sean Henley. But Henley continues to hold him within 4 to 6 car lengths as they slide off turn 10. John Dillon, he is picking up spots in a hurry. He's eating them up. He's up to 4th place now. Is the driver who picked up his Truck Series win number 2 of the season. There's Jack Richards. He's completing a pit stop right there in the 5 car. His car has not been good all day long. He's been at the back most of the day. But his Hendrick Motorsports teammates seem to have been up front most of the day. Sean Henley there in second, but Steve Marsh was up front leading for a while, but now he is fallen back after being off the pit sequence. We have a total of 5 laps remaining here. And will these drivers have to make one more pit stop? That's the question. Jack Richards, I think, has actually fallen a lap down now to the leaders. That is indeed the case. Tough break for Richards in the 5. He just seems to not be able to catch a break in that 5 car this season, but we're heading to Talladega next week, and Richards is very good at those restrictor plate tracks. We'll see if maybe he can bounce back there, but Jordan Hester continues to lead. Sean Henley still in second. Jake Berg is currently, Vincent Marsh is in 3rd. John Dillon 4th. Jake Berg in 5th. That's the top 5. Still no indication of anybody coming down pit road, as this pack has definitely spread itself out. Take a look at the top 10 when they cross the stripe. Looks like the top 10 right now. There's another driver on pit road. Who is that? Could have been Stephen Dillon, I think. Nope, it was Leo Rogers. Leo Rogers, he's gone a lap down now. Top 10 right now are as follows. Jordan Hester, Sean Henley, Vincent Marsh, John Dillon, and Jake Berg. That's the top 5. Logan Wilson's moved his way up to 6. Stephen Dillon runs in 7th. 8th place is where we find Alex Filter. Ray Wilson is 9th. And how about Jacob Bell? Quite a comeback for the 21 after getting spun out there at one point. He actually led quite a few laps today, and he is now up in the 10th position. So quite a comeback by that Wood Brothers Ford. 4 laps to go if you're keeping track. Jordan Hester leads over Sean Henley. The gap continues to be somewhere now about 7 to 9 car lengths, as Henley has seemed to fall off just a little bit from trying to catch the 9 car. But will these guys have to make pit stops is the question. How much longer can they go? Top 5 drivers make no indication of coming down pit road this time. Hester in the 9 continues to lead. Most laps today have been led by Fords. Hester has led quite a few. Jacob Bell has led quite a few as well. Jordan Hester, though, he has been out in front for pretty much from when we went back to green flag racing, which was, I believe, on lap, was it 19, 18, 19, I think. So he's led a total of 7, 8 laps now. But I don't think we've heard the last of Sean Henley there in the 25. And what really has amazed me is that this pit sequence has seemed to play into the favor of drivers who have had some pretty tough luck here in the early going of this race. Sean Henley, for instance, he and Alex Filter got together and spun, and they now are running inside the top 10. Henley in second, Filter in, I think now it's the 7th or 8th position. Jacob Bell ended up getting spun out. He's now running up in 10th, so it's really amazing how this seems to be working out for some drivers. Here we go. Here we go. Jordan Hester is going to come down pit road. Sean Henley as well. And this is it, folks. This is going to be the final pit stop of the day. Hester, Henley, they're in. John Dillon going to try and stretch it, maybe. Dillon did not come in. Logan Wilson, Stephen Dillon. Jesse Kaplan stays out. Jamie Watson stays out. Jack Richards, he's going to stay out, as obviously he's trying to get back onto the lead lap. He is 1 lap down, but here we go. This is where it all comes down to this here in the closing stages of this race. 2 laps to go. Garrett Hay, he is staying out. I saw Tim Walsh stay out. Henley has beaten Jordan Hester out, so if John Dillon has to make a pit stop, the lead, if everything cycles around, would go to Sean Henley. But John Dillon is leading the way with 2, make it 1.5 laps remaining now. John Dillon, he has a victory this week. He has a victory this weekend here in the Truck Series. That was his 2nd of the season. And he's trying to win this thing, but will he have to come down pit road? Yes, he will. Dillon will have to pit. The white flag will be displayed this time. Wait a minute, the caution's out. Caution is waving. Who's going to stay out? Jesse Kaplan comes down pit road. Jamie Watson is leading, but he's got to beat John Dillon down to the stripe. If Dillon could cross the stripe, I think he would lead under the caution flag. White flag is displayed. There is Watson. Watson leads with the white flag displayed. Oh, wait, there is no caution. Nope, no caution. Never mind. Watson is the leader. Jamie Watson leads. And who is second? Well, John Dillon was listed as second. Everybody's coming down pit road, but the one driver staying out is Jamie Watson, trying to stretch it. Watson in the 8 car is leading the way. Caution is waving. Caution is out. But it really won't matter. We're going to race it back to the stripe because this is the final lap. Watson leads. Pit stops being made. Lots of drivers getting their pit stops done. As the caution is out, we don't know who for. Can Jamie Watson make it? We'll see if he's going to have to come down pit road. If he does, someone could easily get by him. I think Jamie Watson's pit box is behind the start-finish line. No, he has been told stay out. Try and stretch it to the line. Jamie Watson is trying to do it. Jamie Watson wants to pick up his first career Snickers Cup Series victory with the AMP colors on that Chevy. He's going to come down. Fuel mileage sends Jamie Watson to victory lane today in the Pepsi Max 350 version 1. How about that, Jamie Watson? What a run for that race car. No doubt about it. Absolutely unbelievable job. Well, we'll now see if the results are official, as Jamie Watson, folks, has taken the Division 1 win here at Infineon. No, they are not official yet. We're still waiting for the official word. A lot of drivers still having to cross the start-finish line. And it looks like the caution came out for Matt Berg and Leo Rogers. Apparently they got together or something. But we're not going to look back at a replay because it's really not needed. Kenny McCurry has now crossed our finish line. We're waiting on Jake Berg, Callum Wales, and Garrett Hay before the official word is given. But we do know for a fact that Jamie Watson has won this race and picked up his first career Snickers Cup Series victory. The race is now complete, and the winner is Jamie Watson. John Dillon comes with second place finish. Tim Fiegel, good run for him in third. Sean Henley fourth, and Tony Speed comes out of absolutely nowhere to finish in the fifth position. Sixth place, Jordan Hesder. Seventh, Steve Marsh. His son Vincent Marsh, eighth. Emilio Navarre at ninth, and Jesse Kaplan in 10th. Stephen Dillon, 11th. Lisa Shears, 12th. T.O. Bain in 13th place. Trent Dunham finishes 14th, and 15th was Tim Walsh. Ray Wilson, 16th. Alex Filter, 17th. Mr. Consistency finishes in 18th. Logan Wilson, 19th, and Robert Band, 20th. Jacob Bell, 21st place for the 21. Kenny McCurry, 22nd. Callum Wales was 23rd. 24th, Garrett Hay. And Jake Berg gets credited for 25th, last car on the lead lap. Jack Richards, this has been a tough day for him all day anyway, and it ends with a 26th place finish. Jack Nathan, tough day for him as well, 27th. Bob Fergus finishes 2 laps down in the 28th position. And then out of the race were the cars of Matt Berg, Leo Rogers, Max Russell, and Adam Rose. Berg and Rogers, I believe, were the reason we were put under the caution flag, and I do believe Jack Richards may have gotten a piece of that wreck as well. Well, Jamie Watson is doing backwards burnouts here on the back straightaway, but he is your winner in that AMP Chevrolet. Jamie Watson goes to victory lane here. Tune in for Division 2 and 3. They'll be coming up soon. After Division 3, the standings will be coming up. So thanks for watching the Division 1 race of the Pepsi Max 350 version 1. Tune in for Pepsi Max 350 versions 2 and 3, which will be coming up soon. Congrats to Jamie Watson on his win. And hope that you enjoyed today's race, courtesy of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.